Next stop on the FedEx Nationwide Series brings us to Dover Downs International Speedway for the running of the Autism Speaks 200. They're part of Autism Speaks weekend for Nationwide and Cup. And here's the starting lineup on the pole race is Dylan Young in car number 2. Alongside of him, number 11 of Derek Henderson. Row 2, John Waycross in the 1 and the 00 of Logan Wilson. Row 3 has Charles Jackson in the 5 and the 36 of Natalie Hernandez. And here comes the command to fire him up here at Dover Downs International Speedway.
Drivers, start your engines.
Man, giving the fire the engines. Row number 4 has Adrian Becker in the 43 and the 52 of Dylan Hughes. Row 5, the 70 of Lisa Shears and the 13 car, the car he calls Jenny Joe, Joshua Collard. Row number 6 has the 40 of Ricky Falcon and the 33 of Eric Burton. And row number 7 has the 32 of Jeffrey Finguy and the 18 of California winner Joseph Bryant. Field lined up in 2x2 formation as the field comes down in the third turn. And now turn number 4. 30 laps from this racetrack here at Dover Downs International Speedway as the green flag waves. And here we go. We're underway at Dover. And it's the Amp Energy Cup Series champion, Dylan Young, out in front here. Usually see some kind of a mess out in the middle of the pack somewhere in the first laps of the race. Dylan Young looks like he'll be in good shape to lead the first lap, and in fact he is. Dylan Young's already pulled away to some little bit of an advantage now over second place. And here we go. Charles Jackson, Tim Waycross, Natalie Hernandez upside down, Eric Matthews, Tim Gardner, 09 of Mitchell Jones, Seth Cole, he was in it. Joseph Bryant looks like he's clean in the 18. Dylan Young won the race back to the start-finish line. Oh, some good cars got taken out in that one there. Tim Waycross in the 27, he might have been the one that started the crash. I don't know what the heck happened. The caution happening on lap number 2. He was on the inside of Charles Jackson. Adrian Becker came down on Charles Jackson and it turned them into Tim Waycross. The 66 car, DeMarcus Brown's got some back end damage to his machine. Let's rewind back. This is the part where there was a separate mayhem that happened behind them. Now let's check out what happened there. That involved Joseph Bryant, Natalie Hernandez, and all those. Those wrecks happened. Not often you see 2 wrecks happen simultaneously. Natalie comes down on Eric Matthews and Joseph Bryant and the 09 of Mitchell Jones, and then they saw Tim Gardner get into it, and Natalie Hernandez turns it way over. She almost had it up back on all 4s, but she flips it over one more time, back up on 4 wheels, and then flips it over a second time. Actually, it flips 2.5 times. Samuel Mills crashes into her. Finally, Natalie is back up right, but got the fuzzy end of that lollipop for sure. Let's go on board with Natalie Hernandez. No secret that knocks Natalie Hernandez out of the race. Pace car's about to duck off on the pit road. Here's the green flag about to wave again. Dylan Young is the pole sitter of the event. He's led from start the event. He's led from the start so far. As we are 6 laps into the books, 24 to go, and we're underway here at Dover again. And it's Dylan Young jumping out in front. In the second, it is now Derek Henderson still. And Henderson now going for the lead now on Dylan Young, but Young says, "Over my dead body you will," and he will keep the number 1 spot, but only for a moment because Derek Henderson is making a hard challenge for it. John Waycross, as Tim's brother, runs 3rd position right now. Ricky Falcon in 4th. Ryan Acosta in the 14 goes into the number 5 spot now, being followed by the 70 of Lisa Shears. Derek Henderson still working on Dylan Young. In fact, he's by Dylan Young. So Henderson will lead the lap. And now here comes John Waycross in the 1 car. Beat up cars of Seth Cole and Tim Gardner battling it out. Now Waycross goes up the track now. Ricky Falcon, I thought it was going to take second, but here comes Ryan Acosta in the 14. That's the Eric McClure car. He's driving for TriStar Motorsports. And Acosta goes into the 2nd position now. Lisa Shears following Lisa, the winner at Arizona Speedway. The number 70 car, the number 70 Johanna Long car for ML Motorsports. Having a good ride so far this season and rides in the top 5 in the points chase. Thus far with 1 win at Arizona. Jared Stone, he's yet to look for his first win of the season. So is Dylan Hughes in the 52. Now Ryan Acosta still now trying to close in on Derek Henderson in the 11. Bob Fergus, we haven't given him a call yet. He's one of the big movers in the field so far. He's up to the 5th spot now. Fergus started in the middle of the pack. He's moved his way up nicely through the field. Number 34 Exide Battery Chevrolet for Turner Motorsports. So we know they got some good power under the hood of that Chevrolet. Logan Wilson runs 6th position right now. Jeffrey Finguy inside of Ricky Falcon for 7th. And brings Joshua Collard with him in 8th. Collard was the winner at Nashville as the Nashville Fairgrounds short track this season. Now Ricky Falcon goes back by Joshua Collard and brings DeMarcus Brown with him in the 66. DeMarcus is in 10th position, or let's see where he's at this time by. He's got Jack Richards behind him in the 19. Halfway home this time by here at Dover Downs International Speedway. 15 laps down, 15 laps to go. DeMarcus runs 8th right now in car 66. Joshua Collard still, him and Jenny Joe still stuck up high. And now loses his spot to Skylar Harris in the 22 and the 30, maybe a Sam Young. But Young also goes up the track as well along with Joshua, and that's going to put Jared Stone right by Sam Young and maybe eventually by Joshua Collard. Nope. Collard's going to go back to the inside. Yes, he does. Let's see where Josh was at this time by. He was running in 7th, I believe, at one point. Then it's dropped back to the 14th position. So Jenny Joe's dropped back just a little bit in number 13 car. Now goes back inside of the 19 of Jack Richards. He's going to follow the 22 of Skylar Harris for Penske Racing. But Richards throws the block on Collard now. All the while, Adrian Becker stuck up high in the 43, the Flying J Pilot Ford for Richard Petty Motorsports, and now Adrian's caught up high. She was the pole sitter for the Traxxas Truck Series race, the last stop on that tour, and finished with a strong top 10 finish in that race, I believe. But that battle for lead's now heating up. Derek Henderson's got 11 laps to go, but he's got Lisa Shears all over him in that 70 car. So it's Joe Gibbs Racing versus ML Motorsports for the top spot. 10 laps to go. Lisa Shears still trying to close right in. And she's got a faster lap than Derek Henderson does right now. We'll see how fast they are this time by. Henderson rounding turn number 4. He comes at number 11 Dollar General Toyota, clocks in at 167.473. Lisa Shears at 167.840. So Shears at almost 168 miles an hour last time by. And she's all over that back bumper. Let's see what happens in the third turn now. She's going to go inside of Derek Henderson. She shoves Derek up high. Here comes Shears coming out turn number 4. And does she lead the lap? No, she does not. Henderson still had that lap. But Shears dives inside, and she's gonna bring Dylan Hughes with her in the 52. Now Dylan Hughes dives inside for the lead. 7 laps to go this time by, and it's Dylan Hughes now out front. He's gonna bring Ryan Acosta and Bob Fergus with him. Nope. Acosta goes inside for the lead. Now he's gonna bring Bob Fergus with him. But just some great racing in the waiting laps at Dover. And now it's Ryan Acosta to the lead, but lap traffic ahead for Ryan Acosta. Key is now, does he get by? Do they get by him cleanly? That's the key here. Last thing you want when you're leading this late in the race is be caught up by lap traffic like Ryan Truex did was that one time, and Joey Logano stole away from him. Acosta now goes by Seth Cole in the 20. And here comes the 00 of Logan Wilson driving the Angela Cope car. Can he bring that car to victory lane? Lisa Shears back up in the 3rd spot now in the 70. Four laps to go here at Dover. Ryan Acosta looking for his first win of the season. Number 14, Hefty Reynolds Wrap Toyota. And up, yellow flag waves. It's Tim Gardner in the 15. That's crashed. I don't know if we'll get this race restarted. He and Derek Henderson's gonna may have some words with each other. Bob Fergus goes by Tim Gardner. Gardner was a lap down in 34th. Henderson's going to go up the track, turn 2. Whew! And they just barely missed the 40 of Ricky Falcon, barely. And Tim Gardner into the wall he goes in Dover, and the monster reaches out and grabs the number 15 car and bites it, chews it up and spits it out. And around him he goes, but look at all these cars that are going right at him too. But they all managed to avoid him, and so don't know if we'll get this race restarted. They'll be coming up on 2 laps to go, this time by under yellow. So we'll see if the pace car lights are not off, they will be under caution. Yep, the pace car lights are still on, so we will not get this race restarted here at Dover. So the Autism Speaks 200 will end under yellow flag, and the winner of the race for the first time this season, Ryan Acosta, car number 14, the Hefty Reynolds Wrap Toyota, for TriStar Motorsports. That's the Eric McClure car he's driving. Logan Wilson comes from 2nd, 3rd was Lisa Shears, 4th Dylan Hughes. DeMarcus Brown comes back to finish 5th after being involved in the first yellow flag. And rounding corner number 4 they come here. Ryan Acosta, car number 14, will come across the start-finish line first at about 45 miles an hour. Thank you. And there it is. Ryan Acosta wins the Autism Speaks 200. 6th place was Ricky Falcon. 7th was Jeffrey Finguy. 8th, Cole Daly. 9th was Bob Fergus. And Joshua Collard brings Jenny Jo home in 10th. Skylar Harris was 11th. 12th, Sam Young. 13th, Jack Richards. 14th, Adrian Becker. Nicholas Guerrero 15th. David Burton 16th in car 16. Dale Keselowski 17th. Jared Stone 18th. 19th, Roy Vandervue. And 20th, the pole sitter, Dylan Young. What are these cars doing here? What in the heck? Well, whatever they're doing, it's average speed 104.554 miles per hour, and there's the finishing order as they are after this race. Let's just see where you finished again. And 23 cars finished on the lead lap here at Dover. Nope, 24 cars, excuse me, finished on the lead lap. And 3 cars out of race because of crashes. Tim Gardner, Charles Jackson, and Natalie Hernandez all out of the race because of crashes out here suffered. Tim Gardner was the one that was in the crash with 4 laps to go. So, but the win today goes to Ryan Acosta in car number 14 as he takes the victory here today. Coca-Cola Speedway will be our next stop on the tour for the FedEx Nationwide Series. Lisa Shears has the lead over Tim Waycross by 47 points. David Burton in third. Ford Schuyler Harris fifth. Nicholas Guerrera, Logan Wilson, Roy Vanderview, Samuel Mills, Jerry Guerrera, and Joseph Bryant the top 10. Charles Jackson 20th in the points chase. And Tim Gardner is 36th in the points right now. I'm sure he's not happy with his spot in the points right now. But next stop on the tour will be the Coca-Cola 300 at Coca-Cola Speedway. Don't miss it.